This video is all about the pros and cons of living in Tustin, California.
So stay tuned.
I'm Sean Dezad.
And I'm Courtney Dezad.
And we've been helping families buy and sell homes in Orange County for over 20 years.
Yes, so if you are interested in buying or selling a home in Orange County, California, don't forget to reach out to us at 714-348-4000.
Or you can email us at info@livingtheoc.com.
And remember, this channel is all about everything related to living in Orange County. Living in Orange County, eating in Orange County, breathing in Orange County.
Having fun in Orange County.
Having fun in Orange County. So if you are interested in all things related to Orange County, don't forget to subscribe. Press the subscribe button.
And don't forget to click the bell notification.
Yes, because we upload new videos every week, and the bell allows you to know when we upload a new video. So before we get into the pros and cons, we're just going to give you a little overview of what exactly is Tustin. So Tustin is a city in the center of Orange County, and Sean likes to describe Tustin as kind of like the tale of three cities. So what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so you think of the city of Tustin, and you sprinkle in a little bit of Orange, you sprinkle a little bit more of Irvine, and then you have a little dash of Santa Ana, and there you have Tustin.
Yeah, so those are the cities that border Tustin, and similar to Switzerland, if you're on the border of Italy, Switzerland feels a little bit like Italy, or if you're on the border of France, it feels a little bit like France. So
and the German side is cold, like Switzerland.
Yes, cold. Yes, for sure. That's another story. Okay.
Yeah, our trip to Zurich was not the most heartwarming place in the world.
Yes, for sure. Okay. Okay, so that is basically the flavor of Tustin. And also another thing about Tustin that I think, because whenever I would drop my son off at preschool and then I would drive to work, I would drive through Tustin, and you always see the hangars. Whenever I think of Tustin, I think of the blimp hangars. There's these two giant
massive
blimp hangars that were built in World War II, and they're kind of just still sitting there. I think they're trying to figure out, the city of Tustin is trying to figure out what to do with one of them, and the Navy still owns the other one, so yeah. And they've actually been featured in films and movies like the X-Files.
Well, I guess like years ago, people could see, before all the development in Orange County happened, people could view the hangars from, I think, Newport almost. Like it was,
really?
It was crazy. I mean, that was quite the landmark there.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's another little, thing about Tustin. Okay, so we will start out with the pros of Tustin. And one of the pros is Tustin has a cute little area, Old Town Tustin. So what is Old Town Tustin?
Old Town Tustin is kind of like downtown Tustin. It's really cute. I mean, it's just got all these just cool little restaurants. Actually, there's a lot of mortgage companies that are based there too. But it's just a really cute place where, again, people really like to live right around there. It's just really convenient. It's right off the 5 freeway, so it's easy to get to. So people really like Old Town Tustin. Yeah,
and the homes around there, they kind of remind me of, there's some areas of Santa Ana that are older, and so they have historic homes. And Tustin, that part of Tustin is the same way. You have more older, charming neighborhoods that have a historic vibe to it.
Really good food too.
Yeah, really good food for sure. Okay, and then another pro of Tustin is Tustin has good schools. And we say this with a caveat because obviously it's next to Irvine, so it's not like Irvine where every school is an A+. Yeah. So definitely if you want to buy a home in Tustin, be sure to make sure what school you are zoned for to make sure that is the school that you want.
And some people really like some of the programs that some of these schools have. They have like magnet schools there, and so you have really
like Legacy Magnet Academy. It's 6 through 12. And so that's basically it. They really like to deal with science and entrepreneurship. That's how they sort of push that program. It's a very popular program in Tustin. They also have Beckman High School, which randomly is in Irvine, but it's the Tustin Unified School District. And they also have Heritage Elementary School, which is another magnet program. And one thing that people like about that is that it doesn't have homework, because they're basically...
And if I was growing up, I would love this school.
Yeah, because they basically go off of studies that show that homework doesn't really do anything. Kids don't really learn. So that school, if your kids hate homework, hey, maybe you should be moving to Tustin. So, but then Tustin.
Should we move to Tustin so I don't have to do homework ever again?
I'm the one that does the homework with the kids. He doesn't. I don't mind homework. So. But then Tustin does have good high schools as well. Tustin High School, Beckman, Foothill High School. These are all good high schools in Tustin. So that is a pro of living in Tustin. And then when we're talking about education, I would say a con is that there is no junior college or university within city limits.
Yeah, so your higher levels of education aren't actually in Tustin. You have to venture out a little bit. Actually, it's not super close. Then that's where it's a bit of it's a con, because it's not like there's a, the city's right around it. Actually, there's not too much higher education right there.
Yeah, right there. So yeah, that is a con. And then, so a pro of Tustin, because you know how we were saying that Tustin has sort of a different flavor, each part of it has a different flavor. And so there's a part of Tustin called Tustin Legacy, and this is a new development. And so what you can get there is you can get new construction, and so could you explain, like, what is Tustin?
So Tustin Legacy, that's where basically the Tustin Air Base was, and that's where, again, those blimp hangars are. So it's actually nice. Its location's pretty good too. It's where we have Barranca Parkway and Jamboree. Those are the two major cross streets, I would say. So, and these are huge streets, right? I mean, that as far as what's right there as far as proximity. And Legacy, you just have all this new construction, which in Orange County is rare because most of Orange County is pretty much built out. So this is one of those swaths of land that, of course, the Air Force Base left, and there's this land, and so they repurposed it.
Yeah, and it's still being built as we speak. It's a sort of being built as like a live-work community. They're building office buildings there. They're building, commercial spaces there, restaurants, all that kind of stuff.
And the district is right there.
Yeah, the district, which is another pro of Tustin, which is shopping. So what is shopping?
so segue to shopping here. So the pros of shopping, actually, Tustin has several good shopping centers, and one is the Tustin Marketplace, which is off the 5 freeway and pretty much Jamboree, and then another one is the district that we just alluded to, which is basically Barranca and Jamboree as well. And then you also have actually Old Town Tustin. I would say that's another shopping little spot. But I mean, you have actually between those three areas, particularly the district and Tustin Marketplace, you have tons of stores, tons of restaurants, a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah, and we've never lived in Tustin, but we've lived on the border of Tustin, and he spent many hours at the district.
Yes.
He's a Costco
they have
fan.
Costco. Yeah. On Tustin Marketplace though, there's a Costco pretty close there too.
Oh yeah, there's two. I forgot. Yeah,
yes,
well,
Tustin.
He's the
Tustin 1 and Tustin 2 for Costco.
He's the Costco shopper, so I always forget. So. Okay. Another pro of living in Tustin is it has good parks. Tustin, sometimes I feel like Tustin tries to be Irvine light. They try to copy Irvine.
Well, the Irvine border of it, right?
Yeah, the Irvine border of it. They try to copy it. So Tustin does have good parks. Some of the cool parks they have is Victory Park. They have Pepper Tree Park, Citrus Ranch Park. I mean, it's similar to Irvine in that way, in that there are some cool parks that you can go to, open space to enjoy. And then we're talking about Irvine. So a pro is that it's close to Irvine, and Irvine is the business center of Orange County. So explain a little bit about being on the border of Irvine.
Well, Irvine's right there. So they literally share a border, a pretty significant one. And Irvine itself is the largest business center in Orange County. So that's what's nice is that you have very convenient access. With Tustin, you're right off the the 5 freeway, so it's just a quick shot to get you the Irvine Spectrum. And yeah, it's just really nice and convenient to get there. And plus, not just that though, if you're working in Santa Ana, where the courthouse is, that's another you have and it's just up the 5 freeway. So just because you're on that huge artery right there, it's really easy to get to these employment centers.
Yeah, so Tustin, it's very centrally located, so that's one really nice thing about Tustin.
For sure.
Yeah, and then I would say a con though is that some parts of Tustin, because they are fairly east, you will have to take the 55, which is, in my opinion, the worst freeway
it's tough.
in Orange County. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I brought the 5 freeway. Although, okay, the 5 and the 55 intersection is one of the most horrific intersections or freeway transitions in all of Orange County because
not the entire United States.
it's pretty well. I don't know because then you're talking about LA County stuff, which can be horrifically
LA
bad.
is like 20 times worse, but yeah.
But for Orange County standards, the 555, where they cross or merge, that's a pretty brutal intersection right there. But yeah, fully along the 55 freeway. But back in the day, you could time it where if you left around 3 or 4 o'clock, the 55 wouldn't be so bad. Honestly, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, our tip is that you should avoid the 55.
Jamboree's a de facto freeway, so I would take Jamboree if or
side streets.
Yeah, Tustin Ranch Road's a good one too. So there's ways to kind of take side streets, which that helps alleviate that issue with the 55 freeway. So I remember actually because when we were living in Irvine, which was fairly where we were living in Northwood is pretty close to the Tustin border, I would take side streets to get to work, which is in South Coast Metro, and to avoid the 55 freeway because it was that brutal.
Yeah, every time, because when I would drive from home, which was near Tustin, to work, And every time I'd be like, oh, I'll just take the 55. Regret it every time. Yeah, regret it. So
Avoid the 55.
avoid the 55. Okay, so a pro of Tustin is that its median price for a home is about $870,000,
Which is about the average for Orange County.
Yeah, that's about the average for Orange County. So you'll be able, it's not a super pricey part of Orange County. I mean, there are pricier areas like Tustin Ranch. I think
And Tustin Ranch Estates, especially,
Tustin Ranch Estates,
we have multi-million-dollar homes. So yeah, in Tustin Ranch area, that's obviously dealing with a bit more expensive stuff. And even Tustin Legacy, especially with the new construction, you're dealing with some more expensive stuff. But as a general whole, Tustin is actually pretty reasonably priced, again, for Orange County.
Yeah, for sure. So that's a pro of Tustin. Okay. And then, a con. So this is a con with a caveat. So weather. So we're talking, Orange County, it has a Mediterranean climate. It has, in our opinion, the best weather in the entire world.
Not really just our opinion, really.
No,
it's almost it's objective, but pretty much objectively like the best weather in the world.
Yeah, it is. It's the best weather in the world, but that doesn't mean it doesn't get hot in the summer in certain areas of Orange County. So Tustin, because it's not a coastal city, you will have to use the air conditioning in the summer. I mean, it gets cooler at night, but it's still hot. We can't deny it.
It's not Death Valley, right?
Yeah,
but it still gets pretty warm, and so it's not. So yes, we're splitting hairs. It's great weather. However, it's not Newport Beach or Laguna Beach weather exactly. So it is going to get. You're definitely going to feel that 5 to 10 degree difference in weather for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not Florida. It's not Alabama. It's not Arizona, but it's hot.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, in the summer. The rest of the year.
Especially for her, because she is very sensitive to temperature change, positive or negative. Like if it's a little bit warm, God forbid it's 77 degrees rather than 75. Yeah. She's very unadaptable to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So those are our pros and cons of Tustin. Obviously, you can see that there's a lot more pros than cons, but because Tustin is a great city.
Yeah, Tustin is a cute little city. It's centrally located. It's reasonably priced for Orange County.
Good schools. Good shopping. Yeah,
I mean, Tustin is a great little city, and if you are interested in buying a home in Tustin, don't forget to reach out to us at 714-348-4000.
Or you can email us at info@livingintheoc.com.
Or if you already own a home in Tustin and you are interested in selling, don't forget to reach out to us as well.